Hi everybody, welcome to Monday's Millennial Chef. Tonight I am making, per you guys, some butternut squash soup. It is the perfect soup for fall. Fall is coming. It actually felt like fall today for the first time, so this is like the quintessential soup for fall. And it's really easy to do. So this is what I have going on so far. I bought pre-cubed butternut squash. You obviously can buy the squash as it is, cut it in half and roast it, but that's really hard to do and it's kind of a pain. So I just bought the pre-cubed stuff. They're hard and they're raw. So then you put them down in a baking sheet and I season them with turmeric, some ground ginger, rosemary leaves, nutmeg, and sage. I sprinkled that all over the butternut squash here. I put some EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, all over it and roasted it on 425 degrees for about 30 minutes. And that's what I had here, right? So you could also do it in the skillet and cook it that way, but roasting I feel like just makes it so much easier. And you have this like roasted squash taste and it has like caramelization that goes on and it's really delicious. So I'm gonna put this right into the blender. This is gonna get pretty filled, so I'm not gonna do all of it quite yet. I might have to do this in batches, right? So butternut squash is in the blender. If you have an immersion blender, you can do that too, but I'm gonna do it all in the blender tonight. Also, I don't really use this one often, so we're gonna see how this goes. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, I'm in Newtown tonight in my mom's kitchen. This is like the most amazing thing comparative to my small kitchen that you guys normally see on Mondays. Okay, so in this pot here, I have 1 onion, I have 2 carrots, 2 celery stalks diced up, in extra virgin olive oil. That's what's in here. I also added some thyme, and then I put in, I think 2 or 3 cups of low sodium chicken broth, and then half of a cup of coconut milk. And the coconut milk, it's less calories, but it also makes it really creamy versus doing milk or half and half. And it's a really nice, healthy aspect of the dish. Okay, so we did that. We cooked everything down, and now all we're gonna do is add the liquid to the blender, and you have butternut squash soup. It really is kind of that easy. You could also just do butternut squash and not do the onion, not do the carrot or celery, and just do butternut squash with chicken stock and milk, whatever you want. But I just took it one step further and did the carrot, celery, onion. This gives another depth of flavor. All right, so we're gonna pour this in here. Like I said, this is probably gonna be done in batches here. And I like to err on the side of going a little bit less liquid-wise, because if it's too thick, you could add more liquid in, but if it's too thin, you're kind of screwed in that sense. So, top goes on. Are you plugged in? Let's pray this works. Okay. And then, that's how simple it is here. And the puree is a smooth. The sides are a little bit. That consistency. Now see, this is a little bit thick, so look, see, it's a little bit thick. You want it to be a little bit thinner because this is a soup after all. So you know what? I'm actually going to, I'm gonna see if I can do this all in one batch. I'm gonna add in everything now. All right. By the way, it smells like roasted squash is such a fall smell, fall flavor. It really makes your kitchen smell absolutely wonderful.
Color.
It has like, what'd you say?
Color too.
The color too, it's like that perfect fall color. It's awesome. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna see if I can just do the rest. I think we're good in that sense. All right. Let's throw it all in. I don't have any of the vegetables in there. That's a problem. I left all of the vegetables behind here, which is essentially the whole soup. Again, if I have to just puree this at the end, that's fine. All right. In we go. Be careful with hot liquid in a blender, by the way. You want to be careful with this. Make sure nothing goes crazy. That's what that is. Okay. And then pour this back into the pot, and you can kind of control your consistency here. I think this is, again, I think it's a little bit too thick still. So I would add a little more chicken stock or coconut milk, and you put that back into the pan, add your liquids, do it to, I mean, you could have it like this and be fine. If you like really thick butternut squash soup, but I like it a little bit thinner than this. Put it back into the pot, simmer it, add your liquids, and you're good to go. Let's taste it really quick. Okay, so you would think butternut squash soup is unhealthy because of how creamy this is. It is such, like, it kind of tricks your mind because it's creamy, but it's really healthy. This is an extremely healthy soup to make because we have the low sodium chicken stock, we have the coconut milk. That is so unbelievably delicious. And then you put it back here, you simmer it, and I like to top my butternut squash soup with some toasted nut of some kind. You could do almonds, walnuts. I do toasted pine nuts. I simply just put them in the pan and toast them for like 5 minutes. Put that on top, and on top of that, you do a little bit of Greek yogurt and honey. I mix that together, and that's your other topping. So I'm gonna put this all together and post a picture, so watch my story in about 2 minutes. And this is our butternut squash soup. So thank you guys for watching. Tune in every Monday at 7 o'clock. Thanks, guys.